Hello and welcome to Tech Circle. This is Shweta Sharma and you are listening to Tech This Week, a weekly roundup of all the major developments in the space of startups, policy and enterprise technology. The week was engulfed with COVID-19 news coming from all corners and many companies trying to sustain their businesses. While the $190 billion IT services industry could be starting at a washout financial year, the BFSI sector, which is banking, financial services and insurance, according to multiple brokerage houses, may offer some sort of support in this time of distress. According to Mumbai-based brokerage firm Motilal Oswal, more than 25% of all products are provided through digital channels. 33% of sales and up to 70% of all banking transactions now happen digitally. So it is quite obvious that even in this peak of crisis, digital capabilities are helping customers to continue remote banking. Meanwhile, after reporting a 5% rise in revenues in the fourth quarter ended March, TCS is now contemplating remote working as a long-term strategy. The company, which employs a total of 4.48 lakh employees globally, has asked 85% of its employees in India to work from home last month amid the crisis, and this month the company enabled remote working for over 90% of its employees. To add to the TCS decision, the Department of Telecommunications this week has granted permission to IT companies to let their employees work from home till July 31st. The deadline was April 30th earlier. It was a gloomy week for deal-making activity in tech startups. Although the number of deals were a bit high than last week, the total amount isn't a great picture to look at. According to a KPMG report, venture capital investments in India has fallen sharply to $2.2 billion in Q1 of 2020 after witnessing a record-breaking of $6 billion worth of investments in Q4 of 2019. Of the deals that happened this week, online news and media startups were in focus. 3 digital media companies raised capital this week. One of them is NewsReach, which raised seed funding from Mumbai Angels. There was NewsBytes, which raised Series A round from venture capital firm North Base Media and Powerhouse Ventures. And the one which stands out is vernacular storytelling platform Pratilipi, which raised around $10 million from Tencent and existing investors Omidyar Network, Shunway Capital and Nexus Venture Partners. VC firm Sequoia Capital India's accelerator program Surge also announced the names of 15 early-stage startups this week who made it to its third cohort. Of the 15, 7 of them are Indian companies and belong to industry verticals like SaaS, development tools, consumer, food and beverage, and education. In another news, Google is now making its video conferencing platform Meet free for everyone in the coming weeks. However, the company is mulling a 60-minute cap on each meeting after September 30th. It's clearly a step to take on its rival Zoom, which has emerged as a popular video conferencing application for people who have taken to work from home and also the students who are taking online classes amidst COVID-19 crisis. And with the global work from home scenario, rises the obvious concerns of cybersecurity. A Singapore and Tokyo-based startup Cypherma, which is run by Kumar Ritesh, has revealed evidences of malicious activities targeting Indian assets linked to PM CARES Fund by a Pakistan-based hacking network called IOK Babar. A second layer of attack, according to company's researchers, allegedly is involved in taking down the Ministry of Health and Family Affairs website, which is publishing the latest data on COVID-19 patients. According to the report, which is published by the company, the attackers want to inflate the number of cases with false data to trigger panic in India. With this, it's a wrap on this edition of Tech This Week. Do stay tuned in and logged on to techcircle.in for more interesting news and updates. Stay healthy and many thanks for listening.